Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. In the last class we discussed about the structure of female reproductive system and different parts of the female reproductive system. Once again we can glance that the primary sex organs in case of females are the ovaries. The ovaries are attached with the ovaries are always present in the abdominal cavity, or these organs are called as intra-abdominal structures. Those are attached with the pelvic region by using the ligaments, and these are attached with the pelvic wall and also uterus. Then the tube-like structure which holds the ovary, that is the fallopian tube or oviduct. The fallopian tube have the three parts. The funnel shaped structure, that is the first part of the fallopian tube, that is infundibulum. The second, a swollen part of the fallopian tube is called as ampulla, and a tube like structure is called as a isthmus. The isthmus is attached with the uterus or a mob. The swollen structure or a fundic region of the uterus is called as a uterine fundus. Okay. Then uterus is lined by three layers. Outermost layer is a perimetrium, in middle one is a myometrium, and innermost is a endometrium layer. Perimetrium helps in the mechanical support. Myometrium is made by the muscles. The endometrium is highly vascular. It contracts during the delivery. Okay. A tube-like structure or a narrow structure of the uterus is called as a cervix. A canal is present, that is called as cervix canal. Okay. The cervix is end with the another muscular structure called as a vagina. The vagina have the small opening is called as a vaginal opening. It is covered by the thin membranous layer called as a hymen. We can see the hymen layer only in case of virgin females. All these points we discussed already. Today we can discuss the ultrastructure of ovary. You can see a clear picture in your NCERT book, that is a figure number 3.3. Okay, diagrammatic sectional view of a female reproductive system. Okay, practice this diagram, it is very important. In the female reproductive system, we already completed the ovaries. Just we discuss about the outline of ovaries along with a pair of oviduct, that is a fallopian tube. We already discussed, that is a uterus or a mob, and cervix and vagina we already discussed. And we have to discuss, that is the external genitalia. Now we can discuss that one. Then the genitalia is present in the pelvic region. Okay, this part of system along with a pair of mammary glands. The female reproductive system includes a mammary gland, that we can discuss later was. Now we have to discuss the structure of ovary. Only we know the position of ovary and the size of ovary. Size of the ovary is 2 to 4 centimeter in length. Okay, now we can discuss the detailed ultrastructure of ovary. Okay, ultrastructure of ovary. Ovaries are the small almond shaped structures. The length is 2 to 4 centimeter in length. Okay, these are the primary sex organs. In case of females, this produces the female gamete and also female steroid hormones. Okay, the ovaries are always present in the abdominal cavity. Those are attached with by using the ligaments. That's why those are called as intra-abdominal structures. Remember this one, intra, inside the abdominal cavity. Okay, the ovaries are covered by a thin epithelium layer encloses the ovarian stroma. The liquid part which is present inside the ovary, that liquid portion is called as a stroma. That stroma is covered by the thin epithelial layer. Okay, that is the outer layer of a ovary. Then the stroma is divided into two zones. The liquid portion which is present inside the ovary, it is divided into two portions. The peripheral means near to the protective layer, that is epithelial tissue. That portion is called as cortex. Innermost region is called as a medulla. I will draw here a rough diagram. Consider this is a ovary. A liquid which is present inside the ovary, that is called as a ovarian stroma. The peripheral portion is called as a cortex. The middle portion is called as a medulla. Okay, this is a common structure. Next, we can discuss complete structure of a ovary here. Okay, the ovaries have the blood vessels. The blood vessels are connected with the ovary. Here I have shown that the blood vessels are connected with the ovary. Okay, inside the ovary, the protective layer of ovary is means a ovary is covered by a thin epithelial tissue. That tissue is called as a tunica albuginea. Remember this one, tunica albuginea is a protective layer for a ovary. Okay, the blood vessels are connected with the ovary. Okay, inside the ovary, every month a new egg or ovum is released. Okay, initially, remember this one, wherever the gametes are produced, those are produced by the meiotic division. Meiotic division is called as a reductional division. By the reductional division only the gametes are produced. Okay, the gametes are haploid in nature. The haploid gametes are produced by the meiotic division. Okay, initially for the production of female gamete, the female gamete mother cell undergoes to the certain meiotic cell divisions. Okay, we already know that meiosis are two types, meiosis first and a meiosis second. Meiosis first have the many substages, prophase 1, prophase 2, prophase 1. In the prophase 1 only there are the 5 substages: leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin and diakinesis. You already know all about the meiosis, you already studied in first year. During the meiosis first, only 2 cells are formed by meiosis first division. After the meiosis second division, we can see the 4 cells. Okay, here please understand this diagram. It will help to understand the gametogenesis also, that is a oogenesis. Okay, please be patient and understand the diagram and understand each and every stages of egg development. Okay, a small cluster of cell which is present here, this is called as a primary follicle. Means a small minute cell which is present inside that follicle. I will explain what is follicle. Just be patient. A cluster of cells are present in the ovary. Okay, first we can complete the outer structure of the ovary. Ovary is protected by the tunica albuginea. Okay, the peripheral region is called as cortex and a middle portion is called as a medulla. The medulla have the many stages of follicles. Okay, the medulla is made up of areolar connective tissue. Medulla portion is made up of the areolar connective tissue. Inside the medulla, various stages of follicles are present. Okay, a cluster of cells are going to form a follicle, means which holds the egg. Okay, initially a certain cells act as a gamete mother cells. A single cell act as a gamete mother cell. That cell undergoes to the meiosis first, that is a prophase 1. Okay, by the prophase 1, it covered by a thin layer of granulosa cells. These are the small parenchymatous cells which protects the primary means that is the gamete mother cell. A gamete mother cell na a layer of thin cells are covered. A gamete mother cell is surrounded by a thin layer of granulosa cells. Remember the name of cells, granulosa cells. Then the name we can say that's the primary follicle. When the primary gamete mother cell is surrounded by the thin layer of granulosa cell, such structure is called as a follicle. That is the primary follicle. For a primary I am using this one symbol, primary follicle. Okay. For further division occurs inside the primary follicle, the cell which undergoes to the meiosis to form a primary oocyte. Primary oocyte. The cell which undergoes to the meiosis first, it forms a primary oocyte. The cells which surrounds the primary oocyte, those are the granulosa cells. Next, after the primary oocyte, the thin layer of granulosa cells divides and becomes many layer. Okay, that structure is called as a secondary follicle. This is a primary follicle, this one is a secondary follicle. Then here just the outer granulosa cells are divided and becomes many layers. Okay, but inside that secondary follicle, primary oocyte is present. That primary oocyte becomes secondary oocyte after the puberty stage. Until and unless from birth to puberty stage, only the primary oocyte is present. Okay, the primary oocyte converts into secondary oocyte after the puberty stage. Okay, here the secondary oocyte again undergoes to the inside the secondary oocyte inside the secondary follicle a primary oocyte is present that undergoes to the that completes its meiosis first division. After completion of meiosis first division, one cell becomes two haploid cells. Okay, two haploid cell. Inside that, after completion of a first meiotic division, the cell is called as a secondary oocyte. The follicles which just surrounds the secondary oocytes, those are the granulosa cells. This structure is called as a tertiary follicle structure. Okay, then after the tertiary follicle formation, it undergoes to certain changes. Okay, the fluid cavity which forms surrounding the secondary oocyte, okay, that fluid, this is the structure of mature tertiary follicle, or the mature tertiary follicle is called as, where I can write here, I will write that is the Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle is a mature tertiary follicle which undergoes to tertiary follicle undergoes to the certain changes, it becomes a Graafian follicle. Here in the Graafian follicle you can see the protective layers, that is a theca, are two types. Two layers of thecas are present. Here you can see the layer which protects from outside, outer layer, that is a theca externa, inner layer, that is a theca interna. Okay, these are the granulosa cells. Then a fluid filled cavity is formed between the secondary oocyte and the theca region. That fluid filled cavity is called as a antrum. Remember this terminologies. Antrum is a fluid filled cavity which is in between theca region and the secondary oocyte. Okay, this is a secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte is not floating inside the Graafian follicle. It is attached by the number of cells by the theca regions. This is all about the structure of ovary. Okay, the structure of the ovary is just almond shape. Inside the structure, it means ovary is protected by the layer called as the tunica albugina. The blood vessels are connected with the ovaries. Okay, inside the ovary there are two zones, cortex and a medulla. In the medulla regions, many follicles are developed for each month. Initially, a cluster of cells are present. Those are called as a primary follicles. Inside the primary follicles, some cells undergoes to the meiosis to form a primary oocyte. Okay. After completion of the complete first meiotic division, the primary oocyte develops into a secondary oocyte, a thin layer of granulosa cells which are protects the secondary oocyte. Okay. After the tertiary follicle formation, it undergoes to the certain changes to form a Graafian follicle. The Graafian follicle have the thick covering called as a theca. That are two coverings, theca externa and theca interna. The fluid filled cavity which is present inside the Graafian follicle, that is called as the antrum. Okay, inside that Graafian follicle, the secondary oocyte is present. It is not floating, but it is connected with some tissues which are attached to the secondary oocyte. Okay, this is the structure of ovary. Now we can discuss the points. Here, ovaries are covered by a thin epithelium which encloses the ovarian stroma. Okay, we already discussed this one. Now, next, outer protective layer of a ovary is called as a tunica albugina. Then, cortex is made up of the reticular connective tissue. The outer zone of the ovary is called as cortex. It is made by reticular connective tissue. Next, a medulla part, that is the internal portion of an ovary, that is a medulla. It is made by areolar connective tissue. Then, inside the medulla, various stages of follicles are present. Okay, you already know that. Then, the ovum or egg, these are the female gametes. The ovum or egg form inside the ovary by the process of oogenesis. This is a type of a gametogenesis. By the process of oogenesis, egg or a ovum is formed inside the ovary. Next, the primary egg mother cell undergoes to the meiotic cell division to form a primary oocyte. Okay. Then, after the primary oocyte, it forms a secondary oocyte. The complete division we have to discuss in the gametogenesis. Okay. This is just a diagrammatic information of a ovary. Okay. The cell division during the gamete formation we have to discuss in the gametogenesis portion. Now just remember this diagram and understand the ovary structure. Okay. Next, the primary, we already know that the primary oocyte gets surrounded by the layer of granulosa cells. Okay. The primary oocyte, it gets surrounded by the thin layer of granulosa cells, that is called as a primary follicle. Remember this one. Next, a large number of primary follicles are formed from a birth to puberty. Okay. From birth to puberty, the primary follicles are formed inside the females. Okay. After the puberty, the primary follicle converts into a secondary follicle. Yeah. A primary follicle gets surrounded by many granulosa cells, means a thin layer of granulosa cell becomes multi-layer and forms a secondary follicle. Okay. The secondary follicle becomes the tertiary follicle. The tertiary follicle becomes mature to form a Graafian follicle. Don't get confused. We have to discuss all the divisions, meiotic division, a complete formation of gamete. We have to discuss in the gametogenesis. That is the oogenesis topic we have to discuss. For a introduction, for understanding the structure of ovary, I am explaining here. Just you have to remember the structure and each stages of follicles, primary, secondary, tertiary and Graafian follicle structure you have to remember. Next, the Graafian follicle, the Graafian follicle means a primary oocyte undergoes through the complete meiotic division. After the complete first meiotic division, the secondary oocyte is formed. Okay, you already know that meiotic division. One cell undergoes to the meiosis to form complete meiosis. 2 haploid cells are formed. Okay, this large unequal meiotic division, a large cell is called as a secondary oocyte. Okay, this one is a polar body. Okay. What is polar body? What is secondary oocyte? We have to discuss laterwards. Now, the granulosa layer becomes thick and a fluid filled cavity is present, is called as a antrum. Okay. Question will arise, what is antrum? Antrum is a fluid filled cavity which is present in the Graafian follicle. Okay. Then the outer protective layer are divided into theca externa and theca interna. It is very easy to remember. Theca externa means external layer, theca interna means internal layer. Okay. Next, at the time of ovulation, the Graafian follicle ruptures after the maturity or means during the reproductive period. After puberty, during ovulation means release of ovum or egg, the Graafian follicle releases the secondary oocyte from the ovary by the process called as ovulation. Okay, ovulation means the process of release of female gamete or egg from the females during the menstrual cycle. After the menstrual cycle, that process is called as ovulation. During that ovulation, the Graafian follicle ruptures and releases the secondary oocyte. The secondary oocyte which is present inside the Graafian follicle. You can see the diagram in your NCERT book also. Here, a blood vessels are connected with the ovary. This is a diagrammatic sectional view of a ovary. Please practice this diagram. This is very important. In this chapter, many diagrams are important for a 5 marks. Okay. After the completion of this chapter, I will make a list. Next, here you can see the primary follicle. Next, secondary follicle. Then you can see the tertiary follicle showing the antrum. Antrum is a fluid filled cavity. Then finally the mature tertiary follicle, that is the Graafian follicle. During the ovulation, here you can see after the rupture of Graafian follicle, the secondary oocyte, that is a ovum, is released. Okay. Later part we have to discuss during the gametogenesis. Please practice this diagram and understand the ultrastructure of a ovary. Okay.